Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Art 196, an introduction to designing web graphics for the spring semester 2022. I'm having problems with my speaker right now, so let me check on that. Where's my sound here? Yeah, we got Wonder. Okay. Why don't I have that here? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I got my speaker going. Anyway, welcome this morning. This is our last week of class. I thought what I would do today for just a few minutes is to touch base with all of you and to, hello, Rogelio, you here? Okay, Rogelio. I just want to touch base with everybody today, and I've started recording. And make sure that everybody understands what you need to turn in this week. So if you have any of the previous assignments that you need to turn in, get those in. This week, I'm expecting everybody to publish lesson 11. If you've completed lesson 12, that's great, but you don't have to. So what I want to do right now is to show you what lesson 11 should look like published. What you have to remember to do, and this is something that people forget, is that you have to take one of the pages that we have created. So it could be green news, it could be green events, it could be, we didn't do green travel unless you did it in lesson 12. We did green tips, contact us, about us. You have to decide which one of those you want to have as your index.html. So you just simply open the page in Dreamweaver, save it also as index.html. But then what you also need to do is you need to go into your Dreamweaver template, and the home page needs to be linked to the index.html. And when you do that, make sure that all of these pages have been updated, that the whole template has been updated and all of these pages have been updated. So what I have found in a couple of instances is that, for example, it loads, and let's say I have mine going to about green start. That's my index.html. So if I click on about, it's the same page, If I click on contact us, though, maybe that's the one that you used, or you used green news is your home page. So that's the first one that pops up. But then when we go to another page, if I go to contact us and I go back home again, I get a 404 message, meaning that it can't find the page. So that's an indication that all the pages have not been updated, so that when you publish them, you want to test them to make sure. So my home page was, what is it? Yeah, I guess it was the about page, or was it the green news? Anyway, let's try. So my home page does function, and you can see at the top here, it says index.html. I click green news, and it goes to the green news page, and then make sure that both green schedule and green events, well, under green events, calendar and events work. I want to make sure that the top works in each of these. We did that. Green travel, if you've done lesson 12, then I will probably, that page will be saved as a travel page. What I did, though, is that in my demonstration for the wow slider, I put that in that page. You don't have to do that, though. You don't need that there. This is just for me. Okay? Just to test, to make sure that everything works, and to pause it, and to start it, and to make sure that it functions properly. Make sure that green tips works. Make sure that contact us works, and make sure that about us works. So that's the one, about us. That's the one that I use as my home page. Okay, and you can see that this is about us.html. And if I click here, It's going basically to the same page, but it isn't. It's a copy of it. Okay, so make sure that all the pages work and that everything should function. You know, when it goes to a small screen, a pad, when it drops down to a tablet, you know, and then all the way down to a smartphone, so that everything functions. Okay, the most important thing is to get this thing published. That's 20 points. Then the next thing is for your own website, one that you created from Dreamweaver using the Dreamweaver lessons that we did. You can start with lesson 11 as a template. And basically what you need to do is leave everything intact, but you're going to swap out content. And then you're going to also go in, and you don't want green start in your header. You want your name. So then you're going to change that. You probably don't want the same colors. You probably won't need as many pages as what I have here. And then that will be it. Make sure that that's published, and I get a link to it. Now, one of the other things, I hope that that's cleared for everybody. If it isn't, make sure that you get in touch with me. One of the other things that I talked about the other day in making your website ADA compliant, one of the things that I recommended to everybody was an accessibility menu from UserWay. UserWay costs, but they do for large companies, but they do provide this widget for free. And I recommend that you use it. So for example, if I don't have enough contrast between the text and the background, you click on that and it gives you different options. Now, this doesn't look terribly pleasing to me, but that's not the point. The point is for people with disabilities to be able to have access to your content. Okay, so that would be one of the things. In some of the instances I know on my webpage, links are not really that apparent. See, if you hover over the images, they are, in many instances, they are links. So if I click here and I say highlight links, notice that all of these are now highlighted. Now, unfortunately, the pages or the images are not highlighted, or maybe they are with that little black thing here. Let's turn that back up. Yeah. To them, they'll see that there's a little black line that goes across each of the images indicating that they are links, but you'll notice that all of my other links pop up. Anyway, this is a nice tool to use. I told you that if we go to, let's see, I'm in Google Chrome. If I go to View and I go to Developer and I say, I want to see View Page Source. On my website, where the code that they provide us is located, is at the bottom of each of the pages. Now, if you've used the template, it need only be at the bottom of the template. But it needs to be at the bottom of the body tag. Now, that's before the end of the closing tag, but this is the script right here. Do not use my script. What that will do is it will, that's on my page. But once I pasted this in here, I copied and pasted it into my other pages because I'm not using a template. Anyway, do not use this one because it will link to my personal account with them. What you need to do is you need to go to UserWay, and let's go to UserWay here, and you need to establish an account. Okay. And then when you do, let's go, and I'll show you how to do that. Let me go back to, I'm going to log out of this one, and I'm going to go to my other one. I'm going to go to Kirk Miller Art. at gmail.com. And I'm going to log in. So I've created an account with them. No? Okay, well then I need to create a new account. I guess I never finished that the other day as I was helping someone else. So let's go to UserWay's. I don't want to manage it. I just want to go ahead and go to UserWay. It's userway.org. And again, this is something you don't have to use, but I strongly recommend it. Since making your website ADA compliant is required by law. And in addition to using alt tags and a number of other, making sure that you use the proper syntax and things like that, this is another useful way of doing that. So what you want to do here is I don't want to request the demo, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start a free trial. That's what you want. Let's go ahead here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in my full name. And I'm going to put in my email address. Okay, and the website URL that you need to do. So I'm going to go to one of my other websites that I've created for our class. Let's see. Go here. I'm going to go to Gallery 934. So I'm going to go ahead in here and I'm going to paste that in. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and I'll put it HTTP:// what did I just say? I said it was Gallery 934.com. Okay. Now I don't have another one. I'm not going to add that, but I'm going to go ahead and it says I agree to UserWay. And then all I have to do is go to next. Now I don't want my 10-day free trial. I don't want $49 a month. I don't want $500 a year. I want to get the free widget. Unless you are part of a large company, I strongly recommend that you do test it and use it. It's probably one of the best devices or tools that I've seen so far. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select free widget, and it's free for life. So I'm going to go ahead and now go to next. And this is the code. Okay, similar to using the WoW slider, where they once we published our slideshow, they gave us a code that we put in the head of the document. Give us code that we put in the HTML page itself. And then they provide, in addition to that, the two folders, the data and the content folders that have to be uploaded as well for our slideshows. But what all I have to do here is select copy, and then it's copied. Go back to Dreamweaver, and again, at the bottom of the page, before the closing tag, for the what did I say? Closing tag for the before the closing tag for the body tag. There we go. Having a brain freeze here. So then just go ahead and paste that code, and it will automatically pop up, so that when we come back here, you'll see it right here. Okay, and that pops up, and then you can use any of these devices, or namely the person at the end will be able to use it. And we can go ahead and you can see with it checked that I have one in use right now, and if I want to go ahead and I want to turn that back off, I can. I click that, and that little checkbox is turned off. So again, for working with ADA compliancy, being ADA compliant. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. Just a little bit of touching base. You have until the end of the week. I know that it states in the syllabus, let's go ahead here, that I would prefer to have it done everything done by Thursday. So if we go all the way down to the weekly syllabus, and if you go to Canvas, you'll see that it's listed to be due on Thursday, the 12th, but you have until Friday to turn everything in. Okay. But after that, I may or I may not be checking. So if it comes in the weekend or early next week, make sure that it alerts me to it, because I may skip it and find it out. But for sure, make sure that it comes in by Friday. Okay. Otherwise, there's no guarantee I'll get your grade calculated correctly. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Just kind of touch base with you. Make sure that lesson 11 is published, that you get your Dreamweaver website in, and that it works, and that we're good. And if you have any, other assignments that are missing, get them in. Okie doke. You have any questions, Rogelio? Are we all good? No? Okay, then we're done for today, and I will be here on Thursday just to let you know, to see if anybody needs help troubleshooting their websites, to make sure that they're published correctly. Okay, but we're not going to be doing anything. There won't be any recordings or anything like that. Okay, then I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause the recording, and that will be it for today. And I will, as I said, I will be here Thursday, but no recording, and it's just to help everybody troubleshoot. See if there, if anybody has any issues publishing. Okay. Bye-bye.